Nevada's mining history left a number of small towns and tall tales scattered throughout the wilderness. Today, I'm headed to the southern foothills of the Spring Mountains for a taste. Goodsprings, Nevada. Population 200. There's not a lot happening in this old sleepy town except on the weekends, when people flock in from all over because of one particular bar. It's one of the oldest in the state of Nevada. And the stories coming out of those saloon doors are things of legend. Come on, I'll buy you a drink. Named for cattle herder Joseph Good, Goodsprings was developed in 1904 by Salt Lake City Mining. The unincorporated community has seen several booms over the years, with gold, silver, platinum, zinc, and more being excavated from this rich land. Tom, good seeing you, brother.
Good to see you, John. I'm glad you could make it out.
I wouldn't miss it for the world. This place is awesome. I mean, it's striking. It's like going back in time. Give me some history.
Well, this was built in 1913, the Pioneer Saloon. It was built because of the mining here in Goodsprings. It really boomed in the teens and the 20s. Matter of fact, people from Vegas used to come here to do their shopping and entertainment. And this was also the road to California until '29. After the miners would have a hard day in the mines, they would come down and wet their whistles.
And so you have taken the place over, but yet you've kept the original charm. You did a little renovation, but it's still the way it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually closer to the original now. Anything that we added is more time period sensitive. So we were very sensitive on keeping it as close to 1913 as possible.
Meet Tom Shekels. He and his family purchased and began renovations on this place about a decade ago. Well, you know, no good saloon is worth its weight in whiskey unless you got a few bullet hole stories.
True. And that's always a friendly reminder what not to do when playing cards. Don't get caught cheating or don't cheat.
Now, you actually do have bullet holes, yeah?
3 of them, matter of fact.
Oh, come on, let's go look. The building that houses the saloon was ordered from a Sears and Roebuck catalog and transported by rail across country to be assembled here. It outlasted a host of other bars, brothels, and hotels over the years, and its walls contain many stories, in some cases, literally. All right, Tom, tell me about the dirty, rotten scoundrels that were hanging out in this establishment.
Oh, yeah. This is from a card game in 1915. One of the players was caught cheating. He tried to cash out $10. The dealer ended up shooting him dead. But $10 is a lot of money back then. Up here is a copy of the letter from a coroner to the brother of the man that died, detailing this story for him.
You know what I love about it is that some people have bullet holes in their walls. They might be thinking, I got to get rid of these. You're very proud of them, and you've really maintained the feeling of this place. It even smells like an old-time bar. It really does. Tell me about the floor. Tell me about the bar itself.
Yeah, so the floor is all original, except for the part where the bar stools are. That actually had to be reinforced in the 40s because all the booze that would fall down and the foot traffic, actually somebody fell through the floor at one point. But the bar itself is older than the establishment here. It's a set built by Brunswick.
The bar has a history all of its own. Made in the 1800s in Maine, this classic countertop was shipped here in the days before the Panama Canal. The big story is that there was a major drama here with a major Hollywood star, 2 of them. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's a very sad story. In 1942, Carole Lombard, which was Clark Gable's wife, tragically crashed on the mountain behind us here. And the search party gathered here. It took them 3 days by horseback to pull the remains down. So Clark Gable actually sat here at the bar waiting for them to get Carole Lombard's remains. And reportedly, he was sitting there, he was smoking, and he fell asleep because he was waiting for so long. Made burn marks into the bar. And Pretty Lady's been sitting there ever since, rubbing their fingers, making grooves for where he sat.
Carole Lombard starred in 55 films before the fatal crash on Mount Potosi. An early film comedian, she was the highest paid star in the late 30s and an idol to comedy legend Lucille Ball. By the way, did you say something about ghosts in here?
Well, right behind us here is actually the original table. We call it the Polkowski table because that's the one, the name from the card game that went bad in the room next to us. And so a lot of people, bartenders specifically that work at night, have a lot of interactions with paranormal activity sort of deal. So.
Spirits in the night. In an old saloon, they got spirits. Who knew? This place isn't all just about ghosts of the past. Patrons can also prep for the future. Here, you can buy your own barrel of moonshine and let it age into whiskey. Have a little taste of the Old West whenever you need it. All right, Tom, tell me where everything stands today. This is a real popular spot, especially on weekends, huh?
Yeah, for the last 10 years, our family has been developing this outdoor area. So people can come and drink and eat and listen to music. Matter of fact, we have music on Wednesday night, honky-tonk night, and then Friday nights are karaoke. Saturday and Sunday is when it really comes alive. We have 3 different bands both days. We get entertained quite a few people. But what's fun about it is the music starts around noon, so it's an all-day thing. So.
How many people do you have coming through here on the weekend?
On the low end, about 200. On the high end, we can entertain up to about 600 people.
I sense from you that there is a greater sense here than just running a saloon. You feel the need to keep this place alive culturally, yeah?
Well, my father's always instilled in us that we're caretakers of the property, and we firmly believe that.
The Pioneer Saloon remains as a landmark in Nevada, a monument to settlers, miners, and explorers of the West. It's a perfect reminder of our intrepid, battle-born state spirit. Well, let's go from instilled to distilled, because you're my kind of guy, this is my kind of place. I'll see you again on the weekend. Thank you for everything, Tom.
Thank you.